Welcome everyone to our back to school about immunity. We're glad that you are here tonight and hope you learned some new information about the oils and immunity. I forgot to share my screen just a moment. Back to school is always a time that we are concerned about our immunity. So I am going to do this talk about what we can use for equipping ourselves for back to school. My name is Noralee Seymour, and I'm so glad that you're with us tonight. Some of the things that you would have in your immunity kit for back to school are things like Stronger, your vitamins A to Z and IQ omegas, and then the oils to help you make back to school roller bottles. First one we're going to talk about is Stronger. Stronger is very similar to On Guard, and it's in the kids collection. The way you would use Stronger is to apply it to the bottom of the feet at the beginning of the day so that the kids are protected during the day against those harmful things that they would pick up at school. And hopefully they wouldn't bring it home to you. Another way that you can protect your kids is to diffuse On Guard as they sleep to help boost their immunity. And of course, when you're packing their lunch, you could do things like soak their apple slices or fruit in On Guard and water to add a boost of the On Guard. Some other things that we can think of along those lines are we need to cut the sugar that our children are consuming so that they have a better defense. Eat more fruits and vegetables that are organic so that they are getting the good vitamins and nutrients that they need. And try to avoid GMO foods so that they're not getting things that have been genetically modified into their diets. Don't forget to add the A to Z vitamins and the IQ omega to keep them healthy and their minds ready to learn. The A to Z chewable vitamins would be something they could have in the morning as they're going out the door. Just give them one and give them a little bit of the IQ omega with their breakfast or mix it into their smoothie. Another thing that you can do is create a roller blend that you can use on their feet throughout the fall and winter months when their immune system is going to be under attack. And to that roller blend, you would add 10 drops of frankincense, lemon, On Guard, oregano, and tea tree. 10 drops of each of those, and then top it off with your fractionated coconut oil. And then use that during the fall and winter so that they can be protected daily. And we always need to remember to boost our immune system by using our On Guard products. And your little ones or your teenagers could be protected by starting off their morning with some On Guard toothpaste. Brushing their teeth gets the On Guard into their system to start with. Taking an On Guard soft gel or using the On Guard spray to spray their hands throughout the day to keep the germs away. It doesn't stop them needing to wash their hands frequently. And when they're washing their hands, use the On Guard foaming hand wash so that they're getting those germs off of their hands and not bringing them up towards their mouth and getting them in their systems. And one thing you can think about doing is boosting their vitamin C intake with foods that are rich in the essential nutrient so that we can help our immune systems to stay on track. That idea of eating an orange every day is a good idea. Another thing that you can do is diffuse oils. One of those things that you could diffuse is this back to school blend with wintergreen, arborvitae, bergamot, and peppermint. If they wake up in the mornings and they're a little sluggish and they can't get going, put a couple drops of peppermint and a citrus oil in your diffuser while they're eating their breakfast to help them get their energy up for their school day. Or if you're running out the door, put some on your diffuser or on your car diffuser so that they can smell it as they're riding through the carpool line. Some other back to school essentials to add to your immunity kit would be things that help them focus, such as Thinker, give them confidence, such as Brave, and Steady, which will balance their emotions, because as we know, when they get back into school, their emotions are all over the place. So that we need to get them grounded. When they come home from school, let them take off their shoes and run around the yard for a little while so that they can get that grounding that they need. And that's a totally free way of helping boost their immunity. So our back to school immunity toolkit, we need to have vitamins. We need to make an immunity roller and stock up on our On Guard products so that we have things that we can protect them in the home, but also when they're away from the home. And don't forget to drop those On Guard sprays into their backpacks and some On Guard wipes that they could use to wipe off their hands and their desk area and so forth at school. And another thing that we can use is the product of the month, or 10% off product of the month for this month, which is Melissa. You can put 2 drops in a veggie cap and take it internally, and that helps boost your immune system. Or you can use it topically for your skin. But since we're talking immunity, Melissa would be a good thing to add to your arsenal so that you can boost your immune system. 2 drops in a veggie cap. And that is 10% off during the month of September while supplies last. And if you haven't placed your loyalty rewards order yet, if you place 125 PV loyalty reward order by September 15, you get guaca wood free with your order. So if there's any of those items that you don't have to put into your immunity kit, now would be a perfect time to add them to your order and get your order placed before September 15th so that you can get the guaca wood in your free for the month. Also on limited time special is Harvest Spice. And if you have never used Harvest Spice, it is wonderful for fall. It just makes you think of pies baking or the holiday seasons coming up. And here are some diffuser blends that you can use with the Harvest Spice. But it just makes my mood so much better when I'm smelling the Harvest Spice. So I like to use it in my bubble diffuser so that I can have it going constantly. When I walk into a room, it will give me a spurt of it and I'll get that wonderful fall spicy scent. And don't forget that you need to order on your loyalty rewards so that you can get the benefit of earning points on every purchase, getting your shipping costs reimbursed, and earning those free orders like the guaca wood for this month. So what do you need to add to your immunity kit? Is there anything that you saw tonight that you don't have that you need to put in your immunity kit? Or what other things can you add so that you will be equipped to help those kiddos have the best school year possible? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Noralee. Good stuff packed in a short presentation. So thank you. Can I bring up a couple of things?
You sure can.
I love that you talked about cutting sugar, getting kids outside, running around, eating good food. Those are all layers of a solid immune system. So the oils just complement what we already could be or should be doing. So they're add-ons, they're extra, they're delightful. I wouldn't be caught without them, but there's multiple things that contribute to that immune system and keeping it strong. So thank you for that. And thanks for reminding me about the On Guard apples. Those are so good. Love those. I'm gonna have to make me some of those. That IQ Omega, I'm sorry, IQ Omega, the liquid vitamins. They are made for kids, but adults can drink it as well. Maybe there's some adults that just don't want to take capsules or whatever. So IQ Omega is great for adults too. So don't let the words kids or the concept of kids deter you from trying that. That oil blend, the flute blend, I've seen it called different things.
Right.
I swear by that stuff, man. I use that. Well, I actually use 2 drops of each of those oils internally in an empty veggie cap whenever I feel a little something coming on. And I do it 3 times a day for multiple days. And it has shortened things. It made whatever was coming up disappear totally, minimize everything. So yeah, that blend is a powerful blend. And when you were talking about the Melissa, I thought that'd be a good thing to add to that.
It
So
would be.
yeah, just Melissa's great for immunity. So I mean, Melissa is an expensive oil. That's why it's great to get it now that you save a little bit of money on it. But yeah, to add that to that already really great recipe, we'll call it, of all those oils, a couple drops of Melissa. Oh my gosh, yeah, that would really add to it and make it even better than it already is. The On Guard lineup, we can make a lot of this stuff on our own, like On Guard hand sanitizer, the roller, we can make our own roller to put on our feet or the kids' feet. Remember, this is for everybody. Even though we focused on kids, it's for everybody. We can all
Right, because
benefit.
we're in that season of increased upticks in the viruses that are going around. So
Right.
we need to all be using these.
Right. So On Guard, doTERRA over the years has brought out these different On Guard products because On Guard is such a awesome, powerful blend that they just keep adding that blend to different ways, different vehicles, I guess we could say. So for convenience sake, you can just buy it from doTERRA instead of making your own, but you certainly could do that. But yeah, just knowing that I'm getting a hit of On Guard when I brush my teeth, when I wash my hands, when I'm, with the foaming pump, when I'm out and about and I need to spritz my hands and cleanse them. Yeah, I love
When you're
knowing.
doing your laundry.
Yes, yes. I just love knowing that I'm getting a nice little trickle of On Guard all day, every day, every week. And that just makes me feel really solid and empowered in taking care of my own health. And I love that you said diffuse some oil on the way to school in the car. That is great. They don't have to know that you're doing that, but you can do a diffuse, I can't remember what you showed, but a calming oil or a focus oil or On Guard is an extra boost on the way into school, or an energizing oil or blend. So yeah, it's like a backdoor way of getting everybody to be impacted and affected by whatever you're diffusing. So love that. And then one more thought, that harvest spice, that's a limited time item, isn't it?
Right, it is limited time only. So you need to get it now while it's still available.
Right. And I know people love it as you do. And it only comes around, I think, once a year, about this time of year. Yeah. And it could come back around, which is great, but it may not. So just be aware of that. If you really like that or you want to try it, you're going to want to get that sooner rather than later, because once it's gone, and you'll have to wait a whole nother year to get your hands on it. So yeah, that was a lot that I had to say. Do you want to remind them that we have convention coming up that we'll be attending? If you want to say anything about convention.
Convention starts next Wednesday with all the new products coming out, and we will have a wrap up of convention on October 3rd so that you can hear about all the new products that have come out and the ways to use them and all the exciting news that they're going to tell us when we're at convention this year. So we're looking forward to it, very excited about going. And we're going to an oil symposium too while we're there. So we'll get to learn a whole lot more about each of these oils and the way that they work with our bodies.
Yeah, it's an education, mind-blowing explosion. It's just like sometimes by the end of the day, your brain is just fried.
Right.
But there's so much. I mean, I've been learning for years. You've been learning for years. And there's still always something to learn.
You learn every time you turn around, you learn something new.
And it may be something that you knew, but you just forgot. You know, we do that all the time. Like you reminded me of the On Guard apples. I've known about those for years, but I forget about them, you know? So it's good to always be reminded. We have just so many options now. Like I said, doTERRA has come out with so many things. And I proudly have learned to purchase things from doTERRA through my loyalty rewards program. And I really feel good about giving them my money when I buy a product from them. I don't know how you feel, but I feel like I'm voting with my dollars. I'm voting for quality. I'm voting for purity. I'm voting for integrity. I'm voting for just with confidence, I guess I could say. If I go into a local store, like a box store or whatever, like I might not really know what I'm getting. But with doTERRA, I'm very confident that everything they bring out to us has been thoroughly researched. And yeah, their scientists have had, their way with it. And they know what they're giving us. And it's backed by good people. Like I said, research and all the qualities that I admire and want to be part of.
Not just the scientists, but they've got so much medical staff that are reviewing all of these to see how they're going to affect the bodies and what their reaction is going to be. And so you get the doctor viewpoint too with everything.
Yeah, I love that. I love the doctor view. It gives them even more credibility. And I'm sure you remember this moment in time at a convention, probably at some point in the last 5 years. And they might do this every year, I don't know, but a panel of medical professionals. I don't even remember what they were talking about, but they were proving that they were walking the walk. Is that a way of saying it? But they all pull out their oil out of their pocket, drop a drop under their tongue in their mouth. And it was just like everybody just went wild. Like they know that they're safe. They use them themselves. And it was just a real visible demonstration that, oh yeah, this stuff is for real.
I remember a couple of years ago, we had a talk with one of the doctors, and he works in the emergency room. And he was talking during the epidemic that he had his On Guard in his locker, and all the nurses knew it was there. So they would go in and get a drop while they were on call so that they could make sure that they were protected when they were working their shift. And I thought that was so neat that your doctor is sharing his oils with the nursing staff.
Yeah, I love that. That On Guard, man. If I was on a desert island and I needed to have one bottle of oil, it would be On Guard, I think. I mean, there's a lot to pick from, but I never go a day without some kind of On Guard in my system, on me, use it all the time. So
it is the one oil that I have been able to successfully get my husband to use on a regular basis. He uses it every day. I have roller bottles made up for him, and he uses it religiously. He doesn't go, even when he travels, he takes his
Oh,
on
that's
guard with him.
awesome. Yeah,
So
another confirmation and validation from somebody who may be a little skeptical about everything, but they swear by their on guard. So yeah, thanks for sharing it. That's a cool bit of information to know. Okay, anything else we can contribute, or are we done here for today?
I think that's it.
All right, thank you so much, Noralee. I'll let you wrap it up.
I'm just so thankful that we could share this bit of information with you tonight. We're so happy to have you with us. And don't forget to, if you haven't already, get your ticket for convention and join us online, or join us on October 3rd for our convention wrap up. See you then.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.